Alright, hi there. I'm just going to be doing a little quick tutorial here on how to install onemenu and a homebrew or like an emulator onto your PS Vita running the Arc 2 Pool Hall Pro 3.5 exploit. So with this tutorial, I'm going to assume you already know how to execute the exploit and you know how to copy over the save files and stuff like that. Or that you have the base save file here, the npuh100091 slot 00, your Pool Hall Pro save basically. So what I'm going to do here is you're going to open up the onemenu folder that you downloaded, and you're going to copy all the files here. So I'm doing this with one hand, and paste them into the folder. Copy and replace for this icon here, and for vboot, if that comes up for you. And that is basically how you install onemenu, but we're going to go a bit like one step further here and make it a bit easier for the sequential installations of stuff. So you're going to go into your PHP filer folder, and you're going to go into the release, game, filer, and you're going to copy that folder out onto your desktop. Now in it is going to be one file called eboot.pbp and maybe a warning file. What you're going to do is you have to rename that eboot.pbp to vboot.pbp because eboot files, once they're on the PSP, you can't change what directory they're in. It won't let you. It'll just fail every time. So what we're going to do is we're changing it to vboot because that'll still execute on the PSP or the PS Vita as the same as an eboot will, but it'll be able to be copied and moved. So what we're going to do is we're going to copy this file folder here, and we're going to paste it simply like that into your save folder. Now you'll see why we're not putting this into an archive in a minute when we're on the PSP. But so one thing you have to remember is you have to remember that the filer folder has to be in all caps, and so does vboot, in order for that to even get picked up by the by CMA. Now, next part is you're going to take your emulator or whatever you want to copy over. In my case, it's temp GBA. I want to test this out, see if it works better than GPSP because I don't really like the interface on that. And you right-click it, and you're going to use WinRAR to add to archive. And now you're going to name this install.zip with all caps, like I was saying earlier. And the only other thing you're going to change is you're going to change the compression method to store. Make sure it's nothing but store. Just store. It can't be fast, faster, or anything like that. It has to be store. Hit OK. And then somewhere on your desktop, or wherever folder you're in, you are going to get an install.zip file. Now you're going to copy that as well into your save data folder and paste it. Now you have that install in zip, and you have the filer, and you have all of the onemenu files. And then, if you have QCMA, you have to do this. If you have OpenCMA or the normal CMA, you do not have to do this. But you right-click on QCMA and click Refresh Database. And what this is doing is it's telling QCMA that those files you put into the save are actually there now. And it won't just skip over it when it's copying. So now we're going to go over to the PSP, or the Vita. I always call it PSP. Because whatever. Sorry, I'm just trying to do this through the camera here, and it's kind of hard. So you plug it into your PC. Trying to reduce glare here. Come on. And we're going to hit USB cable. And if this works, yay, it wasn't working a second ago. This is my second try. Copy from PC to Vita, Applications, PSP Save Data, and Pool Hall Pro. And you're going to hit, come on, there, copy, OK. And if it says to overwrite, just do that. And it's going to copy over. Okay, now you're done with your PC. You can unplug that. Yes, we know the PC's been disconnected. I was the source of that. And you're going to pull over your PSP or whatever your second hack device is to run the exploit. And you're just going to run your exploit. You'll know it worked when you see the icon there change from the normal Pool Hall Pro 1 to the one menu icon. You're going to go to multiplayer like normal, join game like normal, wait like normal, and instead of the black menu, unless this doesn't work here like it does sometimes, okay, of course, but 1 out of 10 times it decides not to work for me, and I will get back to you right when it does in a second. Okay, let's see if my phone wants to work now. Attempt 2. Come on. There we go. Okay, so now you're in one menu, and obviously you don't need your PSP anymore. Just use your Vita. Now, from this menu here, what you're going to want to do is you'll hit triangle, and you're going to tell it to scan your saves and scan your VHBL folder. And from this, is there anything else you should change? Show pics, that is also a good option. What show pics does is, you're going to need to restart first to do this. So to restart your ARC from the main menu, kind of like reboot it without having to redo the exploit, you hit left trigger, right trigger, down, and start. Obviously, I'm going to need 2 hands for that, so I'm going to put down the camera. So I'm pressing left trigger, right trigger, down, and then I'll hit start all at once. And it goes through rescanning everything like that. And now when you go over games, this is the normal background here. But if a game has a pick background for it, like my Crisis Core, it'll change the background like this. That's what that option does, the show pics. Anyways, so yes, you're going to ignore all this stuff I have here and a lot of the other things. Yes. So there's this zip install option, but I will show you how to install with PSP Filer because I feel like that is a better way of doing things that lets you understand more how things work. So you're going to launch the PSP Filer. And now this is a weird one. O is select instead of X. It's kind of like a Japanese game. So you're going to go into your PSP folder, down into Save Data, into NPUH 10091 slot 00. And there is your install.zip. And temp.gba, what you're going to do is you're going to hit X over that, and then hit O to copy / move current folder. Oh, before we do this, actually, what we're going to do is we're going to go over to PSP, press the O button, and then hit Create New Folder. And it'll take a second to load here, and you'll get this option here, and you're going to name it to VHBL in all caps, and then hit OK. I already have that folder, which is right there. So then you're going to go into Save Data, back into the NPUH, blah, 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 temp.gba, hit cross to bring up the menu, the X button, and you're going to hit O to copy, go to PSP, and move it into VHBL. And the reason you're going to move it, and once you're done, you just hit triangle to copy. The reason you're going to move it is because you don't want to install, or every time you copy over your ARC folder, you don't want to have to copy over 5 or 6 different e-boots for 5 or 6 different homebrews. You just want to copy over just your filer, so that you don't get like a very convoluted ARC install on your zip, and it doesn't get to a large size. So yeah, that'll install that, and that's how that works. I guess since I don't actually have this, I might as well copy this over. I do actually want this. This isn't just for a tutorial. VHBL, triangle to copy, making directory, writing files, or X to close. Okay, and now you can delete the install.zip. So to do that, you'll hit X, and then square, and then OK for all, which is triangle, and it's removed. And you can hit both triggers down and then start again, which will relaunch your Arc exploit. It'll rescan everything, and if we did it correctly, there we go, temp GBA. Okay, that's for. And there we go. As soon as it focuses, there we go. So that is your that is how to install Homebrew. And if you have any questions, you can just leave a comment, and me or somebody else with more knowledge than I have will be able to help you, hopefully. So yeah, thanks for watching.